Hi everyone, you're watching Good for the Game TV, and welcome to the Stage 10 Tour de France preview and also betting update. Before we do anything else, if you are new to the channel, please go down below, hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any of our videos. And don't miss tonight, 7:30 tonight South African time. That's 6:30 in the UK. We're going to be having a panel chat. We're hoping to have Will Newton on, Hendrik Lemmer potentially, South African cycling commentator, as well as couch critic. And what we're going to be doing is doing a rest day wrap-up, seeing how the teams have gone so far, and look ahead to the rest of the tour, see what awaits us. That's going to be a live chat. You will be able to comment in the comment section as well. So don't miss that at 7:30. I will stick a link below. Let's get into the action, though. And stage 9 yesterday, well, great news for South African sport. Daryl Impey winning that stage. Let's have a look at the classifications here. He got into a breakaway. We all thought a break would win this. I've got to say, from a betting point of view, a bit of a disappointing breakaway. 3 of my guys tried to make it in, and all 3 got into the wrong move. So I didn't have any real betting interest. I then wasn't actually watching, and I looked at the betting and saw Wout van Aert at 9-1. So I assumed he was in the break and had a nibble on him just to have an interest, only to find out that he was not in the break. So I really didn't have a great day's punting yesterday. Well, I must say Michael Matthews did beat Peter Sagan to the line for my 15-10 match bet. So in the end, I broke pretty much square on the stage. The two of them coming in together in the gruppetto, and it's one of those things, it's just potluck who comes ahead. I was very happy to see Sagan drop out to the back and come in last of the gruppetto yesterday. Well, Daryl Impey was very good on the final climb. The likes of Tish Benu and Nicholas Roach got away from him, but he kept his cool and he jumped across just prior to the top of the climb and managed to lead them over there. Once it was just him and the rider that ran second, Tish Benu, he was always going to be the favourite unless Benu could pull clear of him, because Daryl Impey has a much better sprint, and he won it very well. He mentioned in his interview, the first South African stage winner since 2007. I just wonder how many South Africans were watching, because it was at the same time as the World Cup cricket final and the Federer-Djokovic Wimbledon. But anyway, I was watching. Daryl, what a great performance by you. Let's have a look quickly at the latest outright betting. I'm going on to World Sports Betting's website here, wsb.co.za. We can have a look at the outright betting here. Let's just have a look. Yeah, that will do. Geraint Thomas, even money. Egan Bernal, 9-2. Thibaut Pinot, who's looked very frisky so far, 7-1. Fuchsam continues to drift. He's 16-1. Nairo Quintana still 25-1. And Alaphilippe, 25-1. I mean, how Alaphilippe and Quintana can be the same price, I do not know. Quintana, for me, a very big runner. Alaphilippe, he'll finish more than half an hour behind the winner. I'm fairly confident of that. But certainly could be some value. I still don't think it's as straightforward as the betting suggests here. I think there could be some value in a number of these riders down here. Richie Porte yesterday, for example, showed pretty good legs following Bardet, as Bardet tried to attack on the final climb. I think he was just stretching his legs more than anything else. They're not really expecting to gain much time. He's 33-1 and could be tempting. Let's move on to stage 10, though. It's a fairly straightforward stage. What have we got here? Menu. Let's move that off. Right, here we go. We got a fairly straightforward stage. It's certainly by no means pan flat. There's a few categorized climbs. It's fairly lumpy, but overall, though, the riders are traveling more downhill than uphill today. And given that this is, they're not going to be many chances for sprinters in this tour going forward. It's been a tough old tour for sprinters. There's no doubt that the sprinters teams are going to be looking to keep this all together. Now, there's 2 things that can happen at the start here on this. We could either have a very soft breakaway going away, the usual teams going away, 3 or 4 riders. We've got absolutely no chance of winning, and they'll be kept on a tight leash. There is a chance that we get into the stage of the tour where, with options running up, we may get some stronger riders try and get in the breakaway. I'm thinking of guys like Niels Pollard from Katusha. And we may have it that the breakaway is a little bit harder to control. But at this stage, I think there's too many sprinters teams with a vested interest in bringing this all together. We'll probably get a weak break that will be pulled back in close to the end. Now, it looks pretty much a pan-flat finish there. But I was reading Will Newton's preview on Twitter, and if you haven't followed him on Twitter at Inside Peloton 96, you must do so. And he goes into quite a lot of detail on the route. And he says here, things get spicy when we pass under the Flamme Rouge. The final kilometer is one straight line. But just after the bridge at around 500 meters to go, we hit a short 100-meter rise of around 12%. Right, so he's pointing that out there. That's pretty nasty. Look, 100 meters when you're going the speed these guys are doing, no doubt about it. They're going to go whizzing over this. But it's going to sap the legs just that little bit And yeah, what it could mean is that the likes of Groenewegen and Viviani battle just that bit, and it allows some of the stronger sprinters in. I'm thinking of guys like Sonny Cabrelli, obviously Peter Sagan and Michael Matthews. Now, Will himself, who shows you some photographs of the finish there, he has gone for his favourites are Sagan and Matthews here. He reckons the strong men could come in. Now, if we go and have a look at the stage betting, that things become quite interesting because if we look at the stage 10 winner here, we've obviously got Groenewegen 22-10. He is the quickest man in the field. Caleb Ewan 5-2. There's been some money for him because he's he enjoys the strong finish. He enjoys the long stages, and this is another long stage. And Viviani was a bit disappointing in the last sprint, although he said he had a slow puncher. He's 7-2. And then you've got Sagan, who will have plenty of support, I believe, at 11-2. Christoph 12-1. And here we have my two fancies for the stage in terms of betting value at any rate. Sonny Cabrelli 22-1, 44-10, just under 9-2 a place. And Michael Matthews, he's 25-1 for the stage and 5-1 a place. And I have been impressed with the way Matthews is going. A couple of stages back, sprinting for fourth place, he comfortably saw Sagan, although I don't think Sagan necessarily gave it his all there. But that a bit of a rise, 500 meters from the finish, could just give a guy like Michael Matthews opportunity to run into the places. And on a day where I'm not going to get too involved from a betting perspective, here's my bet. I'm going 1 unit Matthews podium at 5-1, and that will be at WSB. I'm going to post this on the Good for the Game forum. Other punters also post their bets there, and I will put a link down below this video so that you can go to the forum and see what others think. It certainly is well worth following during the Tour de France. And I'm also going to put a link to my newsletter, which there will be one going out on Monday, and then, probably every couple of days throughout the week. This is Tour de France, and we love nothing better than talking about the Tour. Thanks, everyone. Subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and we look forward to the rest day on Tuesday. I'm looking quite forward to it, but I'm looking particularly forward to the panel discussion tonight that's live at 7:30.